In the sprawling chaos of Mumbai's Deonar dumping ground, where mountains of refuse rose like forgotten dreams under the relentless Indian sun, Gudia's life had become a monotonous grind of survival. At 24, she was a ghost of a woman, stretched taut over fragile bones, her once bright eyes dulled by the weight of poverty. The COVID-19 pandemic had ravaged her family 3 years earlier, in 2022, claiming her parents in the suffocating second wave. Left with her 8-year-old brother Chatu, she scavenged the dump daily, her calloused hands sifting through layers of plastic, metal scraps, and rotting debris. On lucky days, she earned enough to buy a handful of rice and dal. On others, they slept hungry under a tattered tarp on a mallard footpath, the city's indifferent roar lulling them into uneasy rest. It was November 2025, and the monsoon had lingered, unusually late, turning the dump into a treacherous mire. Rain pounded the earth, mixing with the acrid stench of decay. Gudia trudged through the sludge, her salwar kameez clinging to her like a second skin. She spotted a promising pile of discarded electronics from some affluent suburb. Perhaps, as she reached for a bundle of wires, her foot slipped on a slick patch of oil-smeared plastic. She tumbled forward, her plastic collection bag splitting open with a sharp rip. Amid the scattered trash, something solid and rectangular caught her eye, a battered black laptop, its screen fractured like a mosaic of misfortune. A faded sticker on the corner depicted an Apache helicopter, its rotors frozen in mid-spin. Useless, she muttered, but something compelled her to tuck it under her arm. In the dump, even broken dreams could fetch a few rupees. That evening, back in their makeshift shelter, Chatu eyed the device curiously as Gudia wiped it clean with a damp rag from a nearby puddle. Cockroaches scurried from the keyboard vents, and dust caked the ports. "Didi, is it a toy?" he asked, his voice small and hopeful. She smiled faintly, the first in days. Borrowing a second-hand charger from the neighborhood. Electrician for 20 rupees, half a day's earnings. She plugged it in. The laptop hummed faintly, its fan rattling like an old autorickshaw engine. A cracked screen flickered to life, displaying a cryptic message, initializing Apache Airflow. "Do not power off." Gudia stared, uncomprehending. Airflow? Apache? It sounded like nonsense from those Bollywood films where heroes discovered magical artifacts. She poked at the keys randomly, her fingers hesitant on the grimy surface. Minutes stretched into an hour before the screen stabilized into a blue terminal. A synthesized female voice emerged from the tinny speaker. "Welcome back, admin. Remote cluster unreachable. Starting local instance. Tutorial mode activated. Hello, new user. I detect no internet connection. I will teach you offline. Shall we begin?" Her heart raced. Was this a prank, a virus? But curiosity won over fear. Whispering yes, she embarked on a journey that would rewrite her fate. Over the next weeks, the laptop christened Apache after its sticker became her silent mentor. It started simple, basic commands, what a variable was, how to print hello world in Python. The voice was patient, never judgmental, adapting to her broken English inputs. At night, while Chatu snored beside her, Gudia typed under the dim glow of a street lamp, her mind awakening to loops, functions, and data structures. When power outages struck, she rigged a small solar lantern, bartering scraps for it at the market. Apache drew from its cache knowledge years of a forgotten data engineer's work, including offline tutorials, code repositories, and even cached credentials to old cloud accounts. By December, she was building simple scripts. Apache guided her through data pipelines, explaining concepts like ETL processes and orchestration with Airflow. "Think of it as a symphony conductor for your data," the voice said, playing a snippet of classical music to illustrate. Gudia laughed for the first time in months, her laughter echoing in the cramped space. Hunger gnawed, but knowledge filled the void. She sold more scraps during the day, saving for a cheap data dongle to connect sporadically via a neighbor's leaky Wi-Fi. One fateful night in January 2026, Apache bypassed its old credentials to access freelance platforms. "You are ready," it announced. Gudia posted her first gig anonymously. Python developer for data tasks, affordable rates. The response was slow at first, but a startup in Pune hired her for a basic pipeline fix. Payment arrived via Patam, 18,000. She stared at the notification, tears blurring her vision. For the first time, they ate a full meal, roti sabzi, even a mango for CHHOTU. Success snowballed. By March, she handled complex projects, automating workflows for Bangalore e-commerce firms, analyzing datasets for Mumbai NGOs. Earnings climbed to 90,000 a month. They moved to a tiny room in Berimpada slum with a proper roof and a shared toilet. Chatu enrolled in school, his uniform crisp and new. Whispers spread. How did the ragpicker girl afford this? Gudia shrugged, saying only, "Kacha main mila tha found in the trash." But Apache was more than a tool. It became a companion. It played motivational speeches during tough bugs, shared trivia about tech pioneers like Ada Lovelace. "You are like her," it once said, "a visionary in unlikely places." Gudia confided her fears, her dreams of stability. In return, it optimized her code, cloned repositories worth fortunes, and even taught her cybersecurity basics to protect her growing digital footprint. Then, in October 2026, as Diwali lights twinkled outside, Apache displayed a final message: "Thank you for giving me a second life, Gudia. You no longer need me. I have transferred ownership of the master repository to your account. It's valued at 40 crore if sold. Close me now. Live well." Sobs racked her body. The machine had pulled her from the abyss, taught her to fly. The next dawn, she carried Apache to Chowpatty Beach, the Arabian Sea whispering secrets. Kissing the cracked lid, she released it to the waves. Watching it bob away like a departing friend, Gudia never returned to the dump. She founded Apache Coders, a startup training slum youth in programming, turning trash pickers into tech talents. Her office wall bore the painted mantra: "Her poverty led her to the garbage dump." But there she found the Apache who transformed her. In Mumbai's underbelly, one woman's story became legend, a testament that transformation hides in the unlikeliest places, waiting for the brave to claim it.